I'm determined to get somebody up here dancing with me by the end of the night. I'm going to do it. I can feel it. It's my goal. I got a couple of you in mind. Just loosen up your shoes a little bit. We can make it happen. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the tap, everybody. I'm back. I'm back whether you like it or not. Keep eating, though, and talks amongst yourselves. Hopefully you're enjoying your night. I was able to say hi to a couple people in back. Thanks for letting me interrupt. It's such a great group. There's such a great energy in the room tonight, isn't there? Yeah, I love it. Really nice. Also, we want to remember that there are people watching from home, and so we want to say thank you. You're part of our team here. We're so glad that you're with us tonight. We can feel your energy, too. We really appreciate it. All right, well, keep eating, as I've said. I know the dinner is still coming and the drinks are still flowing, so make sure that you help yourself, because in the meantime, we have the honor of being graced with his presence, a very distinguished guest of honor, if you will. Really, I shouldn't say guest of honor, really the honored guest. Our first speaker, Chris Miskell, President and CEO of Versity. Chris joined Versity 5 years ago, and through his leadership and commitment to the organization, he has enhanced this robust nonprofit organization and the impactful work being done in our communities. Chris leads Versity's strategic affiliation of successful healthcare organizations that provide innovative, value-added solutions in the field of transfusion medicine, transplantation, hematology, cellular therapies, and genomic, I practiced that a lot. Let me do it again. I really did. First thing this morning in the bathroom, I'm going to be honest, fully dressed. On the way here, at the table, genomic. There we go, nailed it. Thank you, thank you. His drive for excellence, coupled with building partnerships within Versity as well as the community, and also, of course, his tenacity, have really been instrumental in meeting the mission and the vision of this organization. He is a wonderful individual. Many of you have probably met him. If you haven't, well, here's your chance. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Chris Miskell.
Well, my communications team is going to get a raise. I promise I didn't write that. So usually I go off the cuff, but for this evening, given the importance of it, I thought I'd have some prepared remarks. And as we gear up for our 75th birthday, we're celebrating on September 18th, 75 years of positively impacting the community. I thought it was fitting that we celebrate our history with a story. So if you'll humor me, we'll see if the Disney folks like this and want to pick it up. Once upon a time, there were an inspiring group of selfless women from the Junior League of Milwaukee that wanted to make a meaningful difference for patients in Southeast Wisconsin. In 1947, led by Virginia Brooks Jefferson, those women funded, organized, and opened a blood center to deliver blood from donors to patients. Today, that blood center has expanded to care for 60 hospitals in Wisconsin, including every single one in the southeast portion of the state. What that means is that if your loved one lives here and needs blood, we are there for them. Because of the vision of these women, we now support nearly 300 hospitals across 6 states. We actually have a customer in Texas as well, providing hundreds of thousands of blood products to save the lives you love. And as my CFO once astutely noted, even the lives you don't. So Brian Bautista is our fearless leader of our blood services operation. I'm going to ask Brian to stand through the remainder of these remarks because he leads a team of over 1,000 passionate individuals that every single day they're out there in the community silently making it happen. And Brian, if you can, just stay there. Every day, we value science and medicine to strive to deliver innovation across our amazing 5 service lines. Maybe it's because in 1947, those same women who founded our organization had the foresight to mention research as an institutional priority in the Articles of Incorporation. One day, while Tibby Greenwalt was at the helm, the Milwaukee Blood Center received the first NIH grant ever awarded to a blood center. And so our run of firsts began. Too many to characterize tonight. Because of that, a virtuous cycle started. Exceptional science being done by exceptional people, a reputation in the national blood community grows, important discoveries abound. In 1982, the first successful unrelated bone marrow transplant occurs because of our founders. If you know someone who's received an unrelated bone marrow transplant, raise your hand. Anybody here? Well, you can thank people like Dick Astor and Tibby Greenwalt and Virginia Brooks Jefferson for the path that they blazed. And I know many of you have family legacies that go back many years. Your families were part of that founding mission to make sure that we were making a real impact. In 1984, we actually received a grant to recruit unmatched donors for marrow transplantation. Because of that, and many other advancements in 1989, phase one of the Blood Research Institute construction was completed. And more great science happened. In 1993, as one example, we developed diagnostic testing for heparin-induced thrombocytopenia. And so it continued. And in 2008, phase two of the BRI construction was completed. Because of that, the vision of our founders expanded more. Frederick and Children's entrusted us to run the organ and tissue procurement for all of Southeast Wisconsin. Colleen McCarthy, can you stand? Oh, don't sit, don't sit. Now you run marathons and ultramarathons. You can stand for a couple minutes. This woman's one of the greatest leaders I've ever known. I am humbled and privileged to work side by side with her every day, and the work that her team does is amazing because Frederick and Aurora made that decision to allow us to do it. Our diagnostic labs grew, providing patient consultations for physicians across the United States dealing with complex blood cases. Brad Peets, can you stand? Brad's another amazing leader, over 20 years at Versity, runs our diagnostic labs, and again, every day we're getting blood samples where physicians need help and they need answers about complicated questions that relate to blood. Brad and his team of hundreds are there every single day to make sure that we're there for those physicians and their patients. We built a benign hematology presence that cares for patients with bleeding disorders, sickle cell disease, and thrombosis on the academic medical campus in Tosa. Can Lynn Malik, Lisa Baumann-Krutzker, and now Barbara Bryant please stand? This is really important because if a patient has hemophilia or a bleeding disorder, or if there is a thrombosis concern with an adult patient in this area, these are the women that are making sure that those patients are cared for and getting the best care. And I would say that our Comprehensive Center for Bleeding Disorder is, if not the best, one of the best in the country because of Lynn. And Lisa Baumann-Krutzker runs the Venus Network across the United States. And what that is essentially any pharmaceutical company or biotech company that's looking to access the thrombosis experts to do clinical research in thrombosis, they're going through her. It's pretty cool. Barbara is amazing. Barbara hasn't started yet. We're stealing from the government a little bit tonight. So Barbara Bryant's coming back to Versity from the NIH. And Barbara's our executive vice president for the Medical Sciences Institute, is nationally, internationally renowned in transfusion medicine, and has built an impeccable reputation that we're very proud to bring her back. And in November, she'll start to run MSI. So thank you, Barbara, for coming back on our journey. So finally, we have nearly outgrown our research building again. Over 30 investigators doing great blood research in vascular biology, hemostasis, transfusion medicine, immunobiology, and glycobiology, as well as cell therapy. We're touching hundreds of thousands of lives every year with an ambition to grow even more so that we can change the trajectory of the future. 1 in 4 people die from blood-related diseases, from cardiovascular diseases like heart attacks, strokes, and pulmonary embolism, to blood cancers like leukemia and lymphoma, to immune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis, and lupus. So I'll pause here. I want my entire leadership team now, including our corporate services leaders, to stand if you can. I get the distinct honor to lead this organization that's been set up so well for us by so many of you that are in the room. And so I think I can speak on behalf of our entire leadership team when I say the following. We can alter the future. We're proud to be surrounded by those of you that came before us and paved the path for what we do today. And I'm thankful for your support so that we can continue our great work for the next 75 years. Thank you, and enjoy the evening.
You might say that was a slam dunk. Why do I say that? Because I just found out that Chris played for Butler. Am I supposed to say that? It Bulldogs, right? Yeah. I just know the mascots, so that's why I cheer them on. My husband's a diehard Wisconsin, but come on. Bulldog and the Bucky, come on. Who are you going to root for? Thank you, Chris. That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right. As great as that was, it's like, how do we follow up with Chris? But we are going to ratchet it up a little bit. Are you ready to get the party started? Are we ready? Yeah. The walk-up music may have faded, but it will be back. So let's get into the fun part of the night, the competitive part of the night, with a couple of our live auction packages. And who better to kick that off than the gentleman right here, stage left. You remember Todd. He took some of your money last year. Todd from Exciting Events, it has been an honor to get to work with you again. We've seen each other before, but you're back. You're the best. The auctioneer with the mostest, as they say.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. What a great night. We're going to do some live auction. We have 3 items we're going to do right now. Each one of these items has a reserve. So as we begin the bidding, depending on where we start, we may not hit that reserve. $5,000, sir, at 116. Are you in? Okay, great. So as we go down these items, all you need to, you don't have to raise your number in the beginning. Just raise your hand, get my attention. I'll walk around the floor. Let's remember where all the money's going. It's coming right here. So bid strong, bid often. These are some amazing, amazing trips. Now, these are boutique trips. What does that mean? We didn't just say, wow, let's go to Vancouver and rent a hotel room. We went to a service that is all they do. You call this service and saying, I want an amazing experience, and this is what I want to do. And they say, we will take care of it for you. So their reputation is on the line. So this isn't just the basic trip. This is high-end boutique kind of vacation. So the first one we're going to auction off, Jackson Hole skiing package. Now, there's some exclusions. The Jackson Hole skiing package will be taken during the winter months. Okay, what else is included, Mary?
All right, so this is what you're going to get, because let's be honest, not all of us want to be out in the cold. Some of us snow bunnies who just want to wear that fabulous outfit and sip a hot toddy, no judgment. It's a 3-night stay at the lodge in Jackson Hole for 2. The day lift tickets also for 2. And then the all-important, where you really, really show it off, is the dinner at the Snake River Grill for 2. The Snake River Grill just sounds like it's got outstanding cuisine. That alone would be worth the trip.
Again, they have sought these out, and your experience is going to be amazing. Yeah. So I'll walk around the room. Where do we start? Who'll start at $1,000? Do we got a bid at $1,000? Just raise your hand, make a noise, put your number up, anything. $1,000 right there. Any advances on $1,000? Owns it there at $1,000. We're looking for $15. Again, we got to hit the reserve. So if you bid right now, there's no pressure because it's not yours yet because we won't hit the reserve. Owns it at $1,000. We're looking for $1,500. Who's in at 15? We got 15 over there. Denzel Washington is in. Got it 15. We're looking for 2,000. I apologize. I didn't mean to single you out. 15 over there looking for $2,000. Reserve has not been met yet. 2,000 there. Thank you so much. We're looking for $2,500. Reserve hasn't been met. Has it at 2,000. Looking for $2,500. Again, it's almost like a free bid because we're not at the reserve yet. Has it at 2. We're looking for $2,500. Anyone at $2,500? $2,500 right there. Thank you so much. $3,000 is where we want to go. The next bid, the reserve will be off. He has it at 25. Reserve is still on. It's not sold yet. We can't sell it. We got to at least hit 3,000. Remember where all the money is going. All these hardworking people doing amazing work and saving so many lives. We have a bid at 25. We're now looking for $3,000. Anyone at $3,000? This amazing trip. Anyone at $3,000? I wonder if we put this on hold and come back. I'm not really sure what we should do with this. We have $3,000. Put your hands together. He owns it right here at $3,000. The Jackson Hole skiing package. Any advances on $3,000? $3,250. Anyone else? He has it at $3,000. It's off. There we go. $3,250 on the far side. We have it $3,250. We're now looking for $3,500. Was there somebody else coming in over here? Owns it on the far side at $3,250. Reserve is off. It's going to be sold. Has it at $3,250. We're looking for $3,500. 35 is where we're going to want to go. $3,500 bid going once. A $3,500 bid going twice. $3,500. Denzel's waiting. You have watched Storage Wars. He's waiting for that little moment, all the drama. I love it. He's in at $3,500. I don't mind working for it. It's all right. 35 over there. We're looking for $3,750. Has it at $3,500. $737.50 is where we want to go. He's thinking about it. He's, should we do it? Has it at $3,500. $3,750 is where we want to go. $3,750 going once. That's the bid we want. $3,750 going twice. Last and final call for $3,750. Sold for $3,500.
All right.
Is that your bidder number? 253. 253 for $3,500. Mary, I believe the next one we're doing is a salmon fishing experience in Vancouver.
How fitting that we just had some of the best salmon we've had in our lives. How
There
about
you
that
go.
salmon tonight? Wasn't that delicious? Salmon fan here, and that's awesome. But this is an experience where you can catch the actual salmon, right? And then grill it up just like they did here tonight at the Wisconsin Club. Yeah, delicious. It is a Vancouver, British Columbia guided salmon fishing experience for 2 people. So you have the serenity of the water and the salmon, and you can talk amongst yourself. It's awesome. Not only that, but it's a 3-night stay at the Fairmont Hotel in Vancouver for 2, and it's a daily breakfast. What more do you want?
If you've never been salmon fishing and a friend of mine took me and you're reeling in a 20, 25-pound salmon, you just can't reel them in. You got to work them. You got to tire them out. It is definitely an experience. And to go up to Canada, and, I mean, look at what you get to see. I mean, it looks a pretty amazing deal here. Where do we go? The same thing here. We have a reserve. We'll start at $1,000. We have 1,000 here, looking for 1,500. Reserve is still on. It's not going to sell. We got 15 there, now looking for $2,000. Owns it back at 15. Look at advances on 15, looking for $2,000. The reserve has not been met. Has it at 15. We're looking for $2,000. $2,000 on the far side. Thank you. Looking for $2,500. She has it at 2. We're looking for $2,500. Reserve has not been met. Has it at 2,000, looking for a $2,500 bid. Has it at 225 is where we want to go. We need to get up and over the reserve. Has it at 2, looking for $2,500. Reserve hasn't been met. It's like a free bid. You can just, anybody throw the number up. It just doesn't matter. $2,500. Thank you. It's free. Has it at 25. The next bid, the reserve will be off. Has it at 25. No commitment. How does that feel? Feels good. Yes. We're looking for $3,000. He's in at 25. The next bid, the reserve will be off. $3,000 is where we want to go. The next bid, it could be yours. Could be $3,000. It's the whole trip, the salmon fishing trip to Vancouver. 3,000 is where we want to go. We hit that, it can be sold. Anyone at $3,000? Anyone an early Christmas present for your significant other? 3,000 is where we want to go. Anyone else at $3,000? $2,750. We'll get closer to the number. The number still won't come off. The reserve still has to be met at $3,000. Who'll give me $2,750? It's a free bid at $2,750. We've got $2,750. We're now looking for $3,000. $2,750 is where we're at. We got to go to $3,000 to get it sold. Look at Mary up there, just looking beautiful. $3,000 is where we want to go. The salmon fishing trip, 3-night stay. We need $3,000. Let's remember where all the money's going right here.
Todd, bragging rights, right? You catch a salmon that big, it's bragging rights at Thanksgiving, at Christmas, with your family. Come on.
I tell you what, reeling in a 20 or a 25-pound fish is completely different than bass fishing, or, well, maybe not bass fishing, but perch fishing. $3,000 is where we want to go. All the money's staying right here. $3,000. Anyone? Let's put that on hold right now. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, let's go to the next one because I'm excited about this. Now, Todd, I don't know about you. This is on my bucket list. Costa Rica. It's having a moment.
That's on your bucket list?
It's on the bucket list.
There we go.
Totally having a moment. Take a look at this. Look at the pictures, you guys. I don't even need to sell this. Okay, here's what it is. A 4-night stay in Los Sonos Resort and Marina for 2. Bedroom, bathroom, condo for 4. So you could take your besties with. What a great holiday present, birthday present, anniversary present to yourself or to a sibling or a friend, a BFF. It's got to be for that. Then you're going to get ground transportation, round trip from the airport in San Jose and the marina. So you sit back and be chauffeured like Hollywood stars. 1 night of Costa Rica's most popular adventures, and you can choose from a canopy zip line. How fun does that? Is that, Todd, would you do that? The zip line? You seem like a zip line
I have
guy.
done that, yes. It's beautiful.
Yeah, even if you're afraid of heights, it's fine, right? Worry about that a little bit, but that sounds like fun. ATV tour, a crocodile tour, sign me up. Stand-up paddle, and a Karana National Park tour. Best of all, ladies, we can all get with this. Maid service? Really? You mean I don't have to make the bed and pick up somebody's dirty socks? Just saying. That's enough for me.
I was saying this before. This is one of the trips that you can actually take 4 people.
Right.
I talked to Mary about this before. If you bid on this and saying, wow, I don't have anybody to go with, Mary and her husband will join you on this trip at no charge.
We're good guests. We behave. Husband will live at the golf course, so anybody in?
Where do we go at $1,000? The trip to Florida, Costa Rica. $1,000 is where we want to go. Who'll give me a $1,000 bid going to Costa Rica? We got $1,000, we're now looking for 15. She has it at 1,000, looking for 15. Again, we have a reserve. We got to meet that reserve before we go. 15 down there, looking for $2,000. 15's the bid, we're looking for $2,000. 2,000 here, looking for $2,500. Somebody come in at 25. Let's keep this going. Reserve has not been met. $2,500 right there, and I'm looking for $3,000. 3,000 there. Reserve has now been met. Who's in at $3,500? Costa Rica trip. I have been to Costa Rica. It's amazing. She has it at $3,000. Looking for $3,500. Who is in for $3,500? Let's go $3,250. Who's in at $3,250? $3,250 now looking for $3,500. Owns it at $3,250, looking for $3,500. $3,500 is where we want to go. They're talking about it. Yes, in at $3,500, looking for $3,750. $3,750 there. Excellent. I thought you were putting rabbits up behind his head. I didn't know what that was. $3,750 there. We're now looking for $4,000. Has it at $3,750, looking for $4,000. That's $1,000 a person for an entire trip. Has it at $37,500, now looking for $4,000. Who'll give me a $4,000 bid? $4,000 is where we want to go. $4,000 bid going. We have $4,000 up in front. $4,250 is where we want to go. Owns it here at $4,000. $4,250 is where we want to go. That's still cheap. That's just over $1,000 a person. I mean, that's a pretty good deal.
Hey, but Todd, I have breaking news.
You're going with them?
Breaking news. No, we knew that, but this is additional breaking news. I have been told this package, listen to this, this includes, I didn't realize this, it's a 2-bedroom, the master has a king bed, 2-bath, jacuzzi, barbecue area, 18-hole golf available, 10 different restaurants, spa, shopping, beach club, full, ladies, comes with a cabana boy. Again, just saying.
It can't be a cabana girl?
Cabana
Wow.
boy.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. And did I mention the shopping?
Moving on.
Spectacular shopping. This is wonderful. This is what we all deserve, right? After being stuck at home for a couple of years of the pandemic, we're ready to get out and about. This is awesome.
You started a problem because the table up front wants to see a photograph of the cabana boy now.
Oh.
And that's a turning point whether they go to the next level or not.
Yeah, that's after dark. It's still I have something on my phone I can share.
32.5, we're looking for 3,500. 3,500 there, now look for 3,750. 3,500 has it against the wall. Looking for advances on 3,500. Looking for 3,750. You are out there in 37.5 is where we want to go. Owns it at $3,500. 37.50 is where we want to go. 37.5 right here. Thank you so much. And no help from the photograph of the cabana boy. So I appreciate that. You're taking a risk. He could be ugly. 37.5 is the bid. We want to go to $4,000. Who's in at $4,000? $4,000 is where we want to go. $4,000 bid going once. $4,000 in back. We're looking for 42.5.
Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting.
4,000 in back, looking for 42.5. 42.5, looking for $4,500. Yeah, put your hands together. Encourage them. 42.5, we're looking for $4,500. Are you in at $4,500, ma'am? You're flailing like you're wanting to win this, and you were just stretching. Okay, sorry. 42.5 up front, looking for $4,500. They're thinking about it. With her? Yes. 42.5 has it up front. We're looking for $4,500. $4,500 bid going once. 45 right there. Now looking for 47.50. Owns it against the doors for $4,500. Yeah, make some noise. Owns it at 45. Now looking for 47.5. 47.5. Now looking for $500. Owns it up front for 47.5. 5,000 is where we want to go. $5,000 bid going once. $5,000 bid going twice. Last and final call at 5,000.
Hey Todd, I got a picture of the cabana boy on my phone. I'm going to show him right now.
Oh my God!
If we can get one, I'm looking at him and I'm telling you right now, I'm a little flushed. I have the picture's right here. I'm ready to show him.
You'll have to zoom it in on the camera.
Oh my, he's a handsome one too.
5,000 is where we want to go. 47.5 owns in the front. 5,000. $5,000 going once. $5,000 going twice. Last right there. Wow. I love the drama, the theater. Wait till the end. $5,000 there.
That's it? Okay, hold on.
Let's do this. Would you go $5,000? I have been authorized to double this. So what we're going to do is you're going to get it for $5,000. You're going to get it for $5,000, and we're going to sell this thing twice. And every time I say sold, I forgot to say this before, we've got to make lots of noise because we're raising lots of money for a good cause. Sold right there for $5,000. Sold right there for $5,000. Sold. Your bidder number is 129 for $5,000. 129, and the other one is 442 for $5,000. We are going to move on with the program. Mary's out showing the cabana. It's too late for that now. What did you say? She would have went 10 grand if you were a little quicker with that. He's ugly. She's showing a picture of me. Mary, back to you.
They said they wanted to take it back. Okay, too late. You can't. You can't. You can't get a make good on that. All right. We're going to continue that. There's more fun to come. But in the meantime, we're going to keep the festivities rolling because I want to introduce our next presenter, Dr. Mylar, as he's affectionately known. His colleagues and friends really enjoy working with him. He's been a researcher at Versity Blood Research Institute for 23 years. Dr. Mylar is a senior investigator and holds the Gardetto Chair for Immunology and Immunotherapy. He will now introduce the highest honor and recognizes the individual, corporation, or foundation with outstanding volunteerism that supports Versity's mission to advance patient care, providing life-saving solutions grounded in unparalleled medical expertise. It is called the Virginia Brooks Jefferson Award. It's the recipient for 2022. Please welcome Dr. Mylar to the stage. Hi, thank you. Your stuff is right there if you want.
What an exceptional evening. You guys agree with me? Yeah. I may need a stepper so you can see me. Good evening, everyone. It's my honor and such a pleasure with which I introduce the 2022 Virginia Brooks Jefferson Award recipient, Nan Gardito, a good friend of mine. We may have to change that in a bit. So, Nan's family involved with Versity or Blood Center for decades now, for years. So who we are today is shaped by Nan's family and Nan. So she was a member of our executive board for many years, where her ideas were provided to us, shaped us. And I'm so grateful to hold an endowed chair in her name, and that's why I'm saying I may have to change the, instead of a friend, I may have to change, now I hold her name, so it's family now. So this chair, Gardito chair, is for immunology and immunotherapy. So this relates to the work we do with my team. So it is such a pleasure that I have to get to know Nan in like around 2015. And after that, after establishing this endowed chair, there were many occasions that we met, and her eagerness to understand what we do, it's not because she established this chair, but because of her commitment and because of what her family went through. She would ask tough questions, exciting questions to me and to my team. We were able to share our findings, And it's always a pleasure when we meet with her. We have gone out for lunch, sitting together in informal meetings to share our work with her. So not only this, that now Nan works through her foundation, Everyday Good Foundation, and Nan also, through many different venues, Nan is helping our community, such as Boys and Girls Club of Greater Milwaukee, the Sojourner Family Peace Center, and the River West Food Pantry is just a few to name. And so therefore, it's such a pleasure and an honor to present you the 2022 Virginia Brooks Jefferson Award, Nan.
Well, I'm a little overwhelmed. This is quite the award. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone at Versity Blood Research Institute Foundation for this tremendous recognition. It's been my privilege and my honor to get to know Malar. And Malar, thank you for those kind words of introduction. And many members of the team, I mean, Sid, Gil White, Peter Newman, Chris, Jackie, so many of you. I've really enjoyed the relationship that we built over many years. And you know, I've always been in awe of the work that's done at the Blood Center. It has an impact on so many families in our community. This recognition is really special to me, though. Honestly, I hardly feel qualified to receive it. And the only way I've been able to make peace with receiving it is to realize that I can use it as an inspiration to do more, that I can use the award and as a way to continue to live up to it. As I thought about what I might want to briefly share with you this evening, and I'll emphasize briefly, I thought maybe it would be appropriate to share just a little bit about why I do what I do. Why did I start a charitable foundation after selling my business in 2014? Well, first of all, I have parents who've modeled for me what giving to the community looks like, and it's had such an impact on my life. And then later, after I sold my business, Baptistas, in 2014, I found that I needed to create a new intention for my life. I knew that I was seeking a new purpose, and I needed new meaning for this next chapter. So it was ironic that a few weeks after the sale of the company, I was in the 3rd Ward shopping, and I was in this store and I saw this serving tray, and it had a quote on it by William Shakespeare that really struck a chord with me. It read, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." And I remember thinking it was no mistake that I was reading those words on that particular day. You know, I'm a believer that God blesses us with many gifts in many forms, including money and talent. And that whatever we've been given, it's been entrusted to us, that it might flow through us and not stop with us. The world only benefits from our gifts when we share them. So I think most of us want to feel a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. Well, I found that the easiest way to obtain this is through the act of giving. Giving for no other reason than the joy one feels when they've helped a person become stronger, when they've helped make the world a little kinder, or when they've sprinkled hope on those doing the real, tough, heavy lifting day in and day out. You know, we grow as individuals when we surround ourselves with people who lift us up and encourage us to be our best and biggest selves. And when this happens, everyone wins, and magic is created. And this is exactly what happens at Versity Blood Research Institute. Every day, the dedicated clinicians, physicians, and researchers work to make people stronger. They do it with kindness, they do it with compassion, they do it to give hope. They do it to make a difference in someone's life. And in truth, we all have the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life each day. For when we provide an abundance of care and compassion, in return, we create strength and hope, and we transform lives. And I can't think of a greater purpose for one's life. So thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit about myself this evening, and most of all for this amazing recognition. I'm receiving it with a grateful heart, and I will try my best to live up to it. Thank you.
I love that quote. It really is all about giving back. And Nan, you put that so eloquently. I mean, let's be honest, the last time, I heard Oprah once say, when was the last time you experienced true, authentic joy? And I bet every one of you in the room is connected to giving back and feeling that joy. The minute that you do something for somebody, genuinely giving somebody a boost, it's the best feeling in the world. So well spoken. And again, Nan, thank you and congratulations on your very prestigious award. You deserved it. The 2022 Virginia Brooks Jefferson Award. All right, so speaking of giving, let's get back to that auction, shall we? Todd, you had some white water, you did some stretches back there, you got your calisthenics done, you ready for round two?
I'm still terrorized by the Cabana Boy photo you were showing.
It will live on.
Right. All right, what do we got? The fourth item up for bid. Mary, what do we have on it?
Oh, this is now, we talked about this, we had a kind of a dress rehearsal yesterday. I said, oh, Todd, this is, now you're in my wheelhouse. Talking about sommeliers. Oh, yes. Do we have any in the room? I fancy myself as one, although I've had no training, but it's kind of like the shoe sale deal. I like my red wine, in moderation. Times I'm not working, of course, and this is all about. This is a wine, not only a wine experience, but a wine training experience, and this is what it includes. You ready for this? Okay. 3-night king bed stay at the Fairmont Sonoma. Right, okay. The Mission Inn and Spa for 2. Daily breakfast. Maryvale Winery Wine and Cheese Experience with a certified wine specialist, sommelier, and food and wine educator. Are you getting goosebumps? I am. That sounds fabulous. A wine educator, so you can learn all about the reds and the whites and everything in between. So much fun. A 4-hour private chauffeured town car for the sommelier, so you don't have to worry about driving. Okay, that's the bonus. Experience for 2. And that wine train tour includes lunch, a 1-hour tour, and the tasting experience in the estate for 2. Just take a look at that. How many of you are salivating right now? Come on.
So we're going to cover a couple of things. I missed a detail before. For those of you online, there is a delay. For everybody watching at home, there is up to a 30-second to 60-second delay on what we're seeing live. So what happens right now, they don't see it at home for 30 to 60 seconds. That's just the way the technology works. If you're at home and you want to bid on one of these, what you should do is put down your max bid. So let's say your max bid for this would be $5,000.
Okay.
You put in the comments $5,000. Now that doesn't mean we're going to go to $5,000, but as I advance the bid every $250, somebody bids here $2,500 and yours says $5,000, we're going to advance that to $2,750. So it doesn't mean we're going to take you all the way to the top. We may if somebody here keeps going, but you at home, we can't, it's difficult for you to just bid one bid at a time because it's so slow and it's so delayed, it's going to be difficult. So put in your max bid, and away we go. This has got a reserve just like everybody else has, and again, there is a lot of items that are involved in this. This is an amazing package. Same kind of deal we did. The first couple of bids are going to be free anyhow, so anybody, if you want to exercise your arm, great, do that. He'll give me $1,000. Start the bid at $1,000. It's a free bid. Denzel, you in at $1,000. Denzel's in at $1,000. Thank you. Anyone at $1,500? 15, we're looking for $2,000. It's still a free bid. 15 there, anyone at $2,000? 15 over there, looking for $2,000. It's a free bid. We haven't hit the reserve yet. Owns it, doesn't own it at 15. We're looking for somebody to not own it at $2,000 either. We need to hit the reserve. Anyone in at $2,000? $2,000 they're looking for $2,500. 25 is where we got to go. It's another free bid. Anyone at $2,500? 25 there, we're looking for $3,000. The reserve is still on. Where do we go? Who'll give me $3,000? We got to go 3. The reserve is still on. It's not going to sell yet. Who's got it at $3,000? We got a couple more bids to go before the reserve comes off. This is a big package, which includes a lot. 3,000. Anybody 3,000? Keep the bids going here. All the money's coming right here. Even if you give it away, donate it to another nonprofit that they auction off at the next one. It doesn't matter. Who's in at $3,000? $3,000 there, now looking for $35. Reserve is still on. Anyone at $3,500? 35 right there, now looking for $37.50. The next bid is going to own it. Could own it. Maybe own it. But $37.5 is where we want to go, and the reserve will be off at $37.5. $37.5 is where we want to go. A couple people are thinking about it. Should we do it? $37.5 is where we want to go. You could own it. $37.5, that's where we got to go. Anyone in at $37.5 for the whole package? Mary, hit the highlights, the big ones.
Yeah, so, well, Todd, I wouldn't exactly, this is more of a developing story right now, our researcher has found out. Are you ready for this? This is we call it bearing the lead in my business. But this winery, by the way, the winery is the number one winery. Who's had wine? Come on. The winery is the number one of the Valley's most famous storied wine places. You get lunch included. You have this wine train. Apparently, it's very elegant. You know what I'm picturing? Downton Abbey. You've seen the latest movie where they're on the train and oh, it sounds magical. And then, are you ready for this? You get a seated tasting at the Estate Hills place there with the greatest winemakers in the world. You get guided wine flights, and this place produces wine that put Napa Valley on the map. Not making this up. This is like top notch.
Who's got our online people? Anybody online coming in? Put your hand up if they're there. $37.5 is where we want to go. It can sell at $37.5 unless somebody outbids you. $37.5 right here. Thank you so much. Any advances on $37.5? It can sell right now. We're looking for $4,000. Advances on $37.5. $4,000 is where we want to go. A $4,000 bid going once. A $4,000 bid going twice. Last and final call for $4,000. Thank you so much. Owns it at $4,000. We're looking for $42.5.
Yes.
Everybody wants all the drama of what it looks like on TV. I appreciate that. That's easy. I'm getting paid by the bid, so it doesn't matter. Keep going.
Oh, I love my wine drinkers. I'm watching you guys. It's so fun.
4,000 owns
Awesome.
it. We're looking for $42.5. $42.5. We're looking for $4,500. Owns it at $42.5. $4,500 is where we want to go. $42.5 owns it. $4,500 is where we want to go. $4,500 bid going once. $4,500 bid going twice. Last and final call for $4,500. Make lots of noise because we're raising lots of money. Sold for $42.5. Number 147. 147 for $42.5. Where are we going? We're going to Iceland.
Have you been to Iceland?
I haven't.
You're such a Renaissance guy. I figured you'd been to Iceland. Another bucket list, right? It seems like such a magical place. It seems like the place that you would find here at a place tonight? You know what I mean? It's kind of a remote, maybe not right on your top, but I think it would be very beautiful. We talked about that earlier. I thought, boy, if I'm going to Iceland, I'm bidding on that tonight. This particular Icelandic experience includes a 5-night stay at the Hilton Centers Hotel, Radisson Blu. By the way, my favorite hotel, Radisson Blu. Amazing if you haven't been there. Or similar in Reykjavik for 2. The Golden Circle and Northern Lights tours explore Iceland's most famous landmarks in the Golden Circle. How beautiful would that be? Talk about the Instagram moments. That's it. And if you're new to TikTok, what a welcome. TikTok in Iceland, are you kidding me? Okay. Also, the direct and search for the Northern Lights for 2, that in and of itself. The Blue Lagoon. How many people remember the Blue Lagoon movie? No, that's not it, but we remember. Different part of the world, that's right. Yeah, Brooke Shields and Chris won't be there. But anyway, this is one of the 25 wonders of the world where the powers of the geothermal seawater create a transformational spa journey. And this is for 2. This sounds like a really romantic trip, you guys. Reykjavik Grand Excursion. You're going to get the highlights of the history and the culture, the beautiful capital there. And then you also get tours of Iceland and the majestic surroundings. Those are going to take place on separate days, so you don't have to get all worn out. But this sounds like a lovely excursion for 2, doesn't it, Todd?
I'm loving it. And Northern Lights is definitely on a bucket list. Online people, again, put your high bid on there. And let's see, get you guys involved on there. Where do we go with this? We do have a reserve. Again, let's start at $1,000. Who'll go $1,000? We got $1,000 already looking for 15. 15 looking for 2,000. 15 owns it looking for 2,000. We got 2,000. 25 is where we want to go. 25 right there looking for 3,000. 3,000 here looking for 35. The reserve is still on. 3,000's got it looking for 35. Looking for 34,000. Actually has it for 35. Looking for 4,000. 4,000 right there. We're close. $4,500 is where we want to go. Has it right here at 4,000. A reserve is still on. 4,500. Boom. Reserve is now off. This can go live. Has it at $4,500. We're looking for a $5,000 bid. Has it at $4,500. $5,000 in front. We're now looking for $5,500. Owns it for $5,000. 55 is where we want to go. Online, get involved. Punch that number up. We'll wait for you for a little bit. Owns it at $5,000. 55 in the corner. Owns it at $55,000, $6,000 is where we want to go. Yeah, put your hands together. Lots of money. 55 there, we're looking for 6,000. We got 6,000 looking for 65. 65 now looking for $7,000. He's looking around, who is outbidding me? 65 is where we want to go.
You know what might get us to 65? Volcanoes, Todd. Volcanoes. Did I mention volcanoes? Oh, yes. Waterfalls and glaciers are also part of this excursion. And I don't know if you knew this, little known fact, the city actually runs on the geothermal power that we've been talking about. City runs on that. Who knew?
You had it at what? $7,000. 65 owns it. We're looking for $7,000. Owns it at 65. We're looking for $7,000. Any advances on $6,500. Owns it in the corner at 65. $7,000 here. 72.5. Owns it at 7. Let's go 72.5. Lots of money coming right here. 72.5. That you know each other, then you definitely should outbid him. You have bragging rights for life when you outbid him. 7,000, looking for advances on 7,000. 72.5. We're looking for $7,500. $8,000.
Whoa.
He put an exclamation point on that advancement right there. Yes, any advances on $8,000. We're looking for 82.5. Anybody else? Anyone advances on $8,000? So, you were in at 72.5, right? Would you go to $7,500? He's at 8,000. We're going to rip him off right now. Nobody tell him because he's not paying attention. Would you go to 7,500? You'll go to 75. We've been authorized to sell this twice. We're going to give you a deal at 75. We're going to save you $500. Inflation, boom, we save it. So we got to make lots of noise. We're going to sell it twice at $7,500. Sold once to 148 for $7,500 and sold to number, use her number, 150 for $7,500. Mary, that was a lot of money. I like this next one. What do we got?
Oh, we got a good one going off. We're off to the races. Literally off to the Derby. Another bucket list. Haven't been, wanna be. Who doesn't want a mint julep in a hat? All right. I mean, I hear Todd's got a great hat, but ladies, this is an opportunity to rock that wonderful hat, sip that mint julep with your pinky up, and be part of that magnificent group, because this is all about the Kentucky Derby. How many people have been to the Derby in the room? Is it as fun as it looks? It is. Yeah, it looks like just everybody has a great time. I know Aaron Rodgers was there with Randall Cobb, I think, last year. It looks like the place to see a lot of celebrities and the place to be. So that's the next one that we have, is the Kentucky Derby. And if we take a look at this, it includes the clubhouse seating for the Kentucky Oaks on Friday, May 5th, 2023, of course. Now that's for two. And then you get clubhouse seating for the Derby on Saturday, May 6th, 2023, and that's for two as well. It's always a fun weekend. It looks like a great place to get away, an easy trip to get to, and really a whole lot of fun. This would also make kind of a great little gift, because who wouldn't want to go to the Derby?
I love it. Same thing here. There is a reserve. We got to go. Who'll give me $2,000? Let's get this thing up to the reserve so we can get it sold. $2,000 right there. We're looking for $2,500. The reserve is still on. 25 there. We're looking for $3,000. $3,000 there. We're looking for $35. Reserve is still on. Has it at $35. We're looking for $4,000. Has it at $35. $4,000 is where we want to go. The reserve is still on. 35 has it for $4,000. $4,000 there. Looking for $45. $45 right there. Looking for $5,000. Who'll go $5,000? Got $5,000 there. 55 is where we want to go. When we hit 55, the reserve is off. 55,000 is the bid. 55 is where we want to go. You could own this for $5,500. 55 is where we want to go. Reserve will come off on the next bid. $5,500 for the Kentucky Derby. 2 days, reserve seating. $5,500 is where we want to go. We need to get one more bid to get the reserve off. $5,500 for the Kentucky Derby. Wear crazy hats, wear crazy clothes, and drink mint juleps. Juleps? Tulips?
Mint juleps, oh yeah.
Mint juleps, there we go. 55 is where we want to go. Who's coming in at $5,500? Thought I had you. Anyone at 55? We need that next bid in order to sell it. $5,500 is where we want to go. We need $5,500. Who's going to come in at 55? $5,500. You know what? We'll put that on pause. You know what? Mary, we're going to go back to the salmon trip.
Let's go back to salmon, because we have a couple extra nuggets about that salmon fishing trip.
We're going back to the salmon one. We were at $2,500 for the salmon trip. We need to get to $3,000 in order for the reserve to be lifted. Yeah. Mary, what are the extra?
Well, you know what, Todd? You were talking about, you've done this, and I've never done it. It seems like it's a little daunting. But here's the thing. No experience is needed. I mean, that's a huge bonus. So you're not going to feel kind of funny out there. I'd need a little tip. Growing up in La Crosse, we did a lot of fishing in the tiny town I was from. But that's the beauty of it. You can have just a little experience and still go big. There is a full guide provided. And then also, check this out. If you really aren't into the salmon fishing as much, there is a castle in the city. That's what the hotel is known as, is the castle in the city. That's where you'd be staying. Once you leave the hotel and you go downtown, they have great attractions like the Granville Island, Robson Street Shopping, Stanley Park Seawell, for the kids perhaps, an aquarium, and a Canada Place and Science World building that you need to see. Also, they have 5 species of Pacific salmon, if you are a fishing aficionado. And it's really beautiful because it's located in the British Columbia region. So this is really kind of an all-inclusive trip of beauty and just kind of maybe a way to branch out and do something that you haven't done.
No experience necessary. We need a
Yes,
$3,000 bid to get off a reserve and get it going and get it sold, raise money for here. 3,000 is where we want to go. We need a bid of $3,000. $3,000 bid is where we need to go. $3,000 bid going once. $3,000. Thank you so much. We got a bid of $3,000. Now what'll happen is now everybody will start bidding. We need 32.5. She owns it at $3,000. We're looking for 32.5. It's exactly what happened on every one of these. Nobody bid, and at the end they started going up. Has it at $3,000. Salmon fishing trip. We're looking for 32.5. Who's in at 32.5? Owns it at 3. We're looking for 32.5. A bid at 32.5 going once. 32.5 going twice. Last and final call for 32.5. Sold right here for $3,000. What's your bidder number? Bidder number is number 256. So now let's go back to...
We got to get pictures of the salmon that you catch, by the way. We're looking forward to that.
Kentucky Derby. So we're back to the Kentucky Derby. We got to get this sold. We were at $5,000. We need $5,500 to get the Kentucky Derby sold. Then we can move on with the night. $5,500. You could own the Kentucky Derby trip, 2 days, reserve seats, wear crazy clothes, drink crazy drinks.
Oh, yeah.
$5,500 is where we want to go. $5,500 bid going once. That's where we need to be. $5,500 going twice.
Biggest party of the year, Todd, wouldn't you say? Kentucky Derby?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Anyone else at $5,500? We'll close the book at this. If anybody's interested or thinking about it and saying, wow, I need to call my friends and think about it later on, you can still bid on this later on at checkout and do that. Mary, what do we have next?
Now it is time to present a very distinguished guest. I had the honor of meeting at the beginning of the evening. You are about to meet the 3rd annual Image Award recipient, and this award is given to someone who has battled a blood disease and whose disease is the focus of research, so important research that we've been talking about all night at Versity Blood Research Institute. This person has persevered and displayed hope as well as gratitude through a difficult treatment, and you talk about tenacious, you're about to see it. They've exemplified the courage of fight, to trust, to hope, and to believe. This individual we are honoring tonight is no other than 6-year-old Rhett Kallenberger. Rhett has persevered from the moment he was born, requiring heart surgery at only 6 months old. He was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia back in February of 2021 and has displayed strength that no child should ever have to display at the tender age of 6. He's endured difficult treatments during the past 18 months, and get this, an almost 100-day hospital stay. His mom, who's holding him right now, lovely, has described his mini blood transfusion as life-changing. He's exemplified the word courage. He's a true warrior and a gentleman. It is an honor. It was such a pleasure meeting him, and he's got glasses to match the dress. I'm sorry, I'm so verklempt. Just a lovely, lovely young man. It's an honor to announce our 2022 Image Award recipient, Rhett Kallenberger. He is joined by his parents, Melinda and Joe, and soccer star extraordinaire, his big brother, Hugo. Welcome them to the stage.
Hey, like that. Okay, go by Daddy. Hey, like that. Hey, like that. Ow.
He loves the microphone, in case you couldn't tell. Good evening, fellow Versity supporters. It is a pleasure to be with you. Thank you to Danielle and Versity for seeing how incredible Rhett is and honoring him with this esteemed Imagine Award for his heroism. Recognizing his courage to fight, to trust, to hope. Since the day he was born, he has shown us what a hero he is every day. Some days it hits us more than others. Sometimes when we are going through something medically difficult ourselves, we think about Rhett and what he's been through in his 6 short years of life, and we realize how he is also our hero. After all, at exactly 6 months old, Rhett had open heart surgery and received his first blood transfusion. It was then that we truly began to recognize his strength and come to appreciate blood donors who helped make a successful surgery possible. Little did we know, this was only the beginning of knowing what courage Rhett had and what Versity would mean to our family. And a little fact is I knew Jackie back then. On February 12, 2021, our worlds were shattered when we heard the words, "I'm sorry to tell you, but Rhett has leukemia." It literally took my breath away, and I fell to the floor sobbing. Rhett was the one to come to me when I was on my knees and ask me if I was okay. I held our little hero as he was the one who was not okay, but he wasn't worried about that in the presence of my tears. We were to figure out our lives during a global pandemic where we hadn't visited with family in a year. We had to figure out Hugo's childcare, virtual schooling, Joe's work, and what to take to occupy Rhett for a few days in the hospital. We had to figure out what to pack for us and quickly get to the emergency department, all within an hour. Once there, we were whisked into a room they had waiting for us, and we had a rotating door of doctors, nurses, and then the oncologists. We were talked to for a long time in what seemed at the time like a foreign language. Then they said they were admitting him. Rhett didn't even seem that sick. A few days prior, he had been complaining of arm pain, saying sorry to his arm and kissing his arm. When we tried to dress him for bed, he was screaming in pain and refusing to move his arm to get his shirt off. We thought maybe he was punking us, as 4-year-olds typically do. I offered many mommy kisses, and when the magic of those weren't working, I knew we needed to take him in that evening. They took x-rays of his entire right side and didn't see any breaks or fractures. They said that if things didn't improve the next day, to call his pediatrician. Obviously, things did not improve. Luckily, his pediatrician, Dr. Ryan Hatchell, realized that he wouldn't be able to see anything more than what an x-ray machine would. So we consulted an orthopedic surgeon who thought it may be a joint infection, easily cured with a few days of intravenous antibiotics. A blood test was ordered to see if that was indeed the cause of Rhett's pain. That's when they found Rhett's leukemia and gave us the devastating news.
Rhett's first full day in the hospital, February 13th, 2021. Rhett received the second blood transfusion of his life. He needed this blood so that his body would be able to handle the intensive courses of chemo that were going to be pushed through his body to get rid of the cancer. By February 19th, just 6 days later, after many rounds of chemo, Rhett's little body was so weak. His eyes were sunken in, and he was so pale. He was getting bruises simply from lying on the snaps of his hospital gown. Another blood transfusion was ordered. This would happen 5 more times over the next 7 months. Sometimes he would be awoken at 4 a.m. to the nurses setting up blood transfusions, as those few days in the hospital became weeks and at times months. One thing is for certain, we always looked forward to Rhett getting another blood transfusion. They perked him right up. We could see the color coming back into his lips and his cheeks. His skin looked more alive as well.
Wow.
It was clear the blood was literally giving him life. Hopefully, with 8 more months left of treatment, Rhett is done receiving donor blood. But hopefully you are not done donating, so others like Rhett can continue to live and fight another day. The blood donations received through Versity give life to so many after tragic accidents, in life-saving surgeries, and while receiving treatments for leukemia and other blood disorders, as Rhett has. Though this is only part of the story of Versity, tonight is about innovation and discovery. Much research is undertaken by Versity to improve the diagnosis and treatment of patients. Funding this research will hopefully someday lead to fewer diagnoses like Rhett's, as the discoveries made perhaps let us get ahead of the curve in stopping these cancers and other blood disorders from taking over the bodies of our children and other loved ones of all ages. Words cannot express our gratitude for the work of Versity, which has saved our son's life twice. Tonight, may patients like Rhett inspire us to do the best we can for kids like him. So share your hope, share your trust, and show your love. Be generous, as people need people. You can save a life. Thank you.
Hey,
Just say thank you.
thank you. Bye. Bye.
What a handsome young man, isn't he? Doing so well. So energetic. That was awesome. Thank you guys very much. Well, we've enjoyed that. That was really wonderful. And we are so pleased to have so many researchers here tonight. You are the reason. You researchers, really unsung heroes. We talked about this earlier. We are so thrilled that you're here, and you are the reason that we are here. Your work makes a difference in the lives of blood disease patients, their families. It's remarkable what you do. So many of us can't do that. It's truly a gift. Hard work and dedication has really paid off. And every person in this gala, those in the room, those joining us virtually who can see us, have been touched by your research and your hard work. We're here tonight to support you, and we thank you for your commitment to life-saving research. A lot of times, a lot of your work isn't front and center. We don't know exactly what goes on kind of in the shadows of the room, but again, let's give a round of applause to our researchers. I know you don't want the recognition, you don't do it for the recognition, you do it for the passion and the commitment to making a difference, but we would like all of the researchers, postdocs, and the fellows to please stand up. All right, speaking of standing up, we need you to get those paddles ready, because now is the time of night that we ask everybody to join us for the Versity Blood Research Institute, the paddle time. Todd's back here for all the fun.
Yes. This is the point that, Virginia spoke about before about being a generous giver, and I think we all can do it in a different way. Some of us have the means to give money, and to keep the money moving through is a big thing. Others don't have the capacity to do that, and they donate their time. Every one of those things are so important. So here right now, to change the light of Rhett and other people like that, I mean, what an amazing thing that has happened here tonight. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go down a bunch of denominations. And if we hit a number that you're like, I wanna give, you need to hold your number up, hold your bidder number up, keep it up in the air until I call that number off. We have people that are writing those down. For everyone at home, you're involved as well. You can put any number down you want in that comment section, and we will make sure we get that money into this program right here. So, we're here to help you. A lot of people, a lot of people go to different galas all the time, and you win things, and sometimes you use those, sometimes you don't. I have a drawer full of gift cards that I've never used. So we're here to kind of help you, saying, let's get rid of those, and you can just donate cash. And you don't have to worry about trying to use those gift cards. It makes it really easy. We're going to start out at $15,000. It's a lot of money. But if there's anybody here that's willing to do $15,000, Number 125 at $15,000. Yes. I want you to continue putting your hands together as we go through the numbers to encourage other people to give. If your hands are getting tired, I have the solution. Pick your number up and hold it up in the air, and now you can take a rest for a minute. Anyone else at $15,000? It's really quiet right now. $10,000. Need glasses now. Anyone is at $10,000? With inflation, what is this? This is probably a monthly Starbucks bill. $10,000. We almost have the whole table. $139. $117. You got $10,000? $105. $218. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. This young man just gave $10,000. He's challenging you to step up, people. Dude, that is huge. Give Mary a high five.
High five. All right.
Another $10,000. 110. 110. Who else is at $10,000? Anyone else? You know, they were talking about a very generous group here, and maybe I insulted somebody that we started too low. Is there anybody that wants to give $50,000? That means I didn't insult anybody. We're doing good. $5,000. Who's in at $5,000? How many numbers can be at $5,000? 114 in back. Put your hands together. 114 at $5,000. 143. 129. $5,000 is where we're at right now. Who else is in at $5,000? Lots of money being raised. Anyone else at $5,000? $2,500. Every time you bid, you get a glow stick. So the world, if you go back 10 years, 15 years, it was this exclusive world. Everybody wanted exclusive country clubs, and nobody can be in except you. We want to be an inclusive night. So in order for you to leave, everybody has to have a red glow stick.
There you go.
This isn't exclusive. This is inclusive. We're here helping you be a better person. So, $2,500 is where we want to go. 106. 141. Yeah, make some noise. 116. 134. You're flailing and I can't see the number. 444. We're at $2,500. 130. Thank you so much. Who else is in at $2,500? It gets so quiet. That's just so funny. $2,000. Who's in at $2,000? This is like, you know, maybe you're not a Starbucks, maybe you're a Dunkin' Donuts. This is probably a Dunkin' Donuts budget for a month. Who's in at $2,000? Anyone else at $2,000? 129 at 2,000. Thank you so much. You know, I forgot to say this before. Just because you offer at one number doesn't mean you're kicked out of the club. You can collect more than one. You can collect more than one glow stick like she is doing. It's a collector's series, and she's trying to get all of them. So, good job. $1,500. Who's in at 15? 111 at $1,500. 127 at 15. Who else is in at $1,500? 122 all the way in back. Thank you so much. Did I miss one? Yeah, I got that one. Anyone else? This next one's a good one. It's a $1,000 level, and there is a match up to $15,000. So let's not leave any money on the table. If we get 15 donations at $15,000, somebody here, maybe they're not here, I don't know who they are, they wanted to remain anonymous, is going to write a check for $15,000. Yes, wow. Who's in at Who's in at $15,000? Yes. Who's in at $1,000? There we go. Yes, 138, 118, 132, 204, 253. Yes, 112. Make some more noise. Come on, this is lots of money. 123. 119. 252. Oh my goodness. 128. 149. 107. 440. 114. 225. 250. 456. Come on, more noise. 425. 433. 223. Goodness gracious. 438. Who else is $1,000? I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure we got 15. So I think we maxed out that challenge right there. So thank you guys so much. So who doesn't have a red glow stick right now? Raise your hands. I'm not trying to single anybody out, but we only have 3 more numbers to go. I just want to make sure you're in part of the inclusive part of the night. Okay, so $500. Who's in at 500? Where do we go at 500? Lots of numbers going up. 256, 216, 121, 427, 446, 101, 120, 422, 144, 126, 465. Who else is at $500? 150. He's got a collector series going over there as well. So, anyone else? $500. Was that I'm thinking, or you're good? Okay. $250. Who's in at 250? Yes, 450. I'm the first one. I did it. 208. 434. 221. 217. 458. 206. 146. Oh, come on, guys. This is ridiculous money. Put those hands together. 103. 413. 136. 104. 137. 145. 256. 435. Thank you for the spot. Anyone else at the 250? Who doesn't have a red glow stick? We're at $1,000. God, it's been a long night. $100 is where we want. We got one more 250, please. 147 at 250. Is this 250? We're at 100. So we're at 100 right now. 100 on the bids. Put your numbers up. Let's get everybody included. 212. 449. We're at $100 here. Let's run this thing up. 459. 135. 113. 123. 109. 149. 453. 119. You know what? Mary. I forgot something. Hold on. I made a mistake. Don't fire me.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
This is a thing we call last man standing. This is probably a $350 Yeti cooler. There is $400 of high-end booze. No Mad Dog 2020. No mint peppermint schnapps. This is all very high-end. There's 8 bottles, and it's like close to $400 just in booze alone. This is how this works.
Yeah.
You bid $100. Bam, it's yours. Somebody else bids $100. It's no longer yours. It's the next person. It's the last person to bid $100 ends up with the cooler. But every time you hold your number up, it's another $100. Once you're so deep, it's the point of no return where you just keep bidding up there saying, well, heck, I'm $3,000 into it. I better keep going on this one. So last man standing will walk away with probably $700 worth of a Yeti cooler and booze. Now let's think about this. I don't drink. I don't want that. Just think about every dinner party you go, 8 bottles of booze. You're taken care of for 8 dinner parties. You're like, here's the bottle of booze. You're done. And you keep the Yeti cooler. So even if you don't drink, it doesn't matter. Or if you don't drink, it's like, you know what? Anybody is going to be impressed by what is in that. So where do we go? Every time you hold your bidder paddle up, it's $100. You bid multiple times, it's $100 each time. The last person's going to get the Yeti cooler. Who's in for $100? Who's the brave person? Denzel Washington in for the first one. $253. You got outbid by your partner here in crime. $255. He now has it right there. Anyone else want to outbid them? Denzel's back in at $253. He has it there. Going once. Anyone else? I'm kidding. You got to hold these numbers up. 144. Always slow in the beginning, and then people are like, is this the time to do it? 144 has it. Next bidder. 150. She has it right here. Anyone else? Where do you want to go? Pick the pace up because it's going to go quick and it's going to end at any time really fast. She has it right here. Going once. Going twice. Oh, Denzel's back in at 253. He's got it there. Going once. Oh, 102. 105. Has it right here. 449. Now you guys understand how it works. Has it right here. Going once. Going twice. Last and final call. 127. Woo. Has it over here. Who else wants to go? Where do we go? Has it here. Going once. And don't wait to the last second, guys. We got to keep this thing going. Has it here. Going once. Going twice. 146. He's got it over there. Going once. Going 456. She's got it right here. Going once. Going twice. 427. You guys are understanding the game. I like it. Has it right here. Going once. Going twice. $800. 461 right there. Going once. Going 408. Thank you so much. We're getting to a point that you could be the winner. Who knows? Has it right there. Where do we go? Going once. Going 130. Has it right there. Going once. Going twice. Hey, I love it. 442 is back in. This will be somebody you'll be competing at the end. They're like, we're going deep, honey. Keep going. Has it right there. Going once. Going twice. 150 on the far side. You're going to outbid that 410. Has it right here. I think it's going to be yours. Going once. Going twice. Last and final. Oh, 456. You won the trip, but you make it all back on this one right here, right? She has it here. Whew. Where do we go? Going once. Going twice. 130 right there. And it's just like, I got it right here. It's mine. Okay, she has it there. Going once. Going twice. Better make a noise quick. 408 and back. Going once. Going twice. Last and final call. 443. Outbid by 150. Has it in the corner. Going once. Wow, these lights are bright. Going twice. Last and final call. Has it right here. 105. Outbid by 149. Has it in back. Again, don't wait till that last second, people. Has it in back. Going once. Going twice. Last and final call. 205. Outbid by, oh, I'm digging your style, my man. I'm digging your style. 102. Now, are you old enough to bid on alcohol, young man? Now, I'm not a genius at guessing ages, but I'm thinking you're only about 16. Maybe, all right. He has it right here. He's cute. That doesn't matter. We're here to raise money. Outbid that little kid. You're super cute, but don't take offense to it because we need more money, right? Are you good with that? Okay, he's good with that. So he's saying, please outbid me. Going once, going twice, last and final call. I think everybody was scared to outbid you. 101's got it. Who else was here? 101's got it right there. There was somebody else. Anybody else? 432 has it right here. Don't wait to the end because this could go right now. Going once, going twice. You better yell when you say it. Last and final call. Oh. 135 outbid by 205. He's got it back here. Going once, going twice. Last and final call. Bam, sold at 205.
Woo!
How many?
3,000.
I want to thank you guys so much. They're going to have a total for you there, but we did like $3,500 just in that last man standing. I know
Awesome.
he's raised
That was fun.
an enormous amount of money on the ask. The live auction did great. Mary's going to have the total, and just they're working back there now.
Okay, they're working it?
They're working it to get you that number. Somebody will run up, give you that number.
Okay.
I am done. I want to thank you guys so much. If I could just do this for a living and nothing else, be the greatest job in the world. Mary,
Great job.
it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Great job. Todd, can we do this like once a month? I'm just saying, that was so much fun. Okay, so let's, in TV world, they call this stretch, but it's a good stretch. Usually you panic, but I love this because two things that we want to do while we're waiting for those numbers. First, we're going to bring back to the stage Chris Miskell with a special, do you have breaking news too, Chris? Kind of, sort of? It's a developing situation. Come on up.
Hey, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Your generosity is not lost on me or our team, and you have our commitment that we're going to steward all of your treasure appropriately to do the right thing with our research. So thank you so much. More importantly, though, the story earlier was all about the Junior League. And so I wanted to, before we get out of here, we've got several past and present Junior League members in the room, and I'd love for all of you guys to stand. So what a powerful group of women. Our entire legacy and foundation started with the Junior League. We're so appreciative of those that came before you, as well as each and every one of you and what you do. We've had a really strong legacy of Junior League members being a part of our foundation board, being a part of our mission. I know very recently at Curative, over on the academic medical campus, we had a blood drive that was successful, that the Junior League sponsored. So I just wanted to simply come back up and say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for everything that you do for us and with us. And again, we look forward to another 75 years with our Junior League peers. Thank you.
I have the grand total, but again, back to my TV, this is a tease, because on this piece of paper is the grand total, the amount raised tonight, and it's the most that we've ever done at this event. Oh, yes. It's a drop the mic kind of night. I missed something. Earlier in the night, when I brought the delightful Kallenbergers to the stage, I forgot to present them with gifts. So we're going to have to just see them one more time now. However, Melinda and Joe, you want to do this, if you guys want to come over the gifts. But we have these gifts for you, beautifully wrapped, that I was so verklempt, I forgot to give them to you. Come back up. Come on, you guys. Okay, full disclosure, however, it's about the ceremony. It's the spirit of it. You know, it's carving the turkey before Thanksgiving. It's all about the picture and the ambiance. And there's one more? Oh, there are. Oh, there they are. Okay, here's the box, but here's the real. I'm gonna let Hugo. You can probably. It's pretty heavy, but you're a star soccer player, so I think that you can unveil it. You ready? You ready? Drum roll, and show them what you got. I know it's not a soccer ball, but yeah. So that's your beautiful award for you could probably keep that in your bedroom on your nightstand, right? Share it with your little brother? Yeah, why not? And that's it. Gotta make sure. Okay, yeah. Next year we'll work on that soccer ball for you. How's that? So thanks, you guys. Sorry about that. Thanks for coming back up. All right, you ready? Are you ready for the big unveiling? I'll even put it behind this. This is tremendous. Todd, all that hard work and that Cabana Boy picture I showed, it paid off. You ready for this? Grand total for the night? $291,825,000. Almost $300,000 raised for the night. $291,825. All right. Woo! Look at that number. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, what a joyous night. This has just been a pleasure. It really has been awesome. Thank you for all your support. Now, a little bit of housekeeping before we all leave. We come to that time where we ask everybody to support, of course, Versity with your generosity. So if you look at your program, on the back of the program, go ahead and flip that over. There's a large number, your personal bid number. Let's have everybody, I'm sorry, that's for the bid number. If you have anything, make sure that for the online guests, first of all, we're going to email you your bill. Don't forget there's a bill with the payment options. If you're a winner of an auction item, we're going to go ahead and contact you so you can arrange to have that delivered. For those bidders, if you did make a bid during that raising of the paddle with your number on there, you can pay with a credit card at checkout tonight. And if you don't want to do that, we'll go ahead and email you a bill with your payment options. That'll happen sometime next week. So just so you know how to pay for that before you leave tonight. So,
Mary, I hate to interrupt you. If we could have everybody just hold your number up real quick, we want to get a photograph. So if everybody just hold that number up real quick.
Idea.
Everybody, hold your number up real quick, nice and high. Everyone's in for $1,000. Thank you.
You snuck that in on us, Todd. We're not mad at you, but exactly. That was absolutely fantastic. All right. Well, thanks, you guys. It's just been an honor and a pleasure. Did everybody have a good time tonight? What a fun night. Really, really nice. Distinguished guests, great auctioneer, great ambiance, great food, and just a